The empty well. The young girl named Aiko lived with her family in a small village near the mountains. Her family were poor farmers, but they worked hard and lived peacefully. One day, Aiko's mother asked her to fetch water from the village well. Aiko grabbed 2 empty buckets and made her way to the well. But when she peered inside, she saw that the well was completely dry. Aiko ran back to her mother, panicking. The well is empty. How will we get water for cooking and bathing and irrigating the crops? Her mother remained calm. Do not worry, little one. This has happened before, and the villagers always come together to solve the problem. Sure enough, the villagers gathered around the empty well. They discussed the situation and decided they would have to dig deeper to reach the water table below. For the next several days, the villagers took turns digging, shovelful by shovelful, meter by meter. Aiko and her mother brought them food and water to keep them going. Finally, their shovels hit solid rock. They had reached the maximum depth. But water had still not appeared. The villagers were anxious. How could they survive with no water? Aiko's mother called everyone together. Friends, do not lose hope. Let us meditate here together to gain a new perspective. The villagers sat in a circle around the well. They closed their eyes and calmed their minds. After some time, an elder villager opened his eyes. I see now that we were too focused on the emptiness of the well, he said. There is water all around us, in the river, the lakes, the rains that will come. We need not depend only on this single well. The villagers whispered excitedly, seeing the truth in his words. Aiko smiled, grasping her mother's hand. She understood, though the well was empty. Water was not scarce. They had been blinded by their habit of drawing from just one source. Now their eyes had opened to abundance all around. By sharing water from the river and rains, and by cooperating to dig new wells, the villagers prospered again. Aiko grew up and continued learning from her wise mother and the empty well, which still stood, a reminder that sometimes an absence of the familiar can bring new answers. Scarcity exists only in the mind, not in the world. There is always another way, if you open your eyes to see it. The inspiration in this Zen story is that we should not get attached to a single source or outcome. When one door closes, there are other doors waiting to be opened. Solutions exist all around us, even in the most difficult times, if only we expand our vision. An empty well can awaken us to how narrow our thinking has become. By opening our mind, we can tap into abundance and possibility. A simple yet profound message conveyed through this story.